Hey, it's Veena V here and welcome to Mum to Millionaire. This is the place for go-getting mums that want to excel in business and life. I'm so happy. I finally got this lady on the podcast. I've wanted her to come on for so long. She's a mum of two and I'm going to get her to explain to you what exactly she does because I think it's fantastic. It's all about your big vision and how you can get it. Please welcome to the show, Melanie Bundock.
Thank you. Hi, so my name's Melanie Bundock, as Veena has just said, and I am a life coach and EFT practitioner. And so EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and I help people to tap into their big vision. So what EFT is actually also known as tapping, where we tap on our face. But so yes, I literally help people to dream big, set crazy goals, and to then help people to take the steps towards that goal and to clear away the blocks that are preventing you from getting there.
I just love everything Melanie says, like seriously. She spoke at a recent Mum to Millionaire event as well, and just when she talks, it's just you just connect with her and it just makes sense. It's not like a wishy-washy, because I think sometimes when people think of kind of positivity and big visions, I think some people think, oh God, not this again. But you actually do it in a way where it's actually no, you make a vision board, but then you actually have to take action.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I'm a big fan of vision boards and the art of visualization, because that's what I believe. It has to start with a big vision. You've got to, get clear. What do you want? The thing is, there's no point striving hard, working hard, if you don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
And so your vision is your destination. It's that kind of, where are you going? Because there's no point working and taking a journey. Otherwise you're going to be walking around in circles, you're going to be wandering aimlessly.
Exactly. Today on the podcast we are going to talk about how you can manifest your way to success. So I can't wait for this. Before we get Melanie's kind of top tips on this and how you can do that, talk to us about what has been your biggest challenge with raising your children, because you're a mum of two and they are gorgeous, your children. So cute and gorgeous. What has been your biggest challenge with raising your children but running a business at the same time?
Okay, so now I think a lot of women generally, particularly female entrepreneurs and mums, it's such a hard thing to juggle. You know what it's like, your children may get sick. We've got school run. After school activities, for me, while they're at school, great, I can get on with my work. But from 3 o'clock till 9 o'clock, my life is hell. I feel like an Uber driver. I'm literally, don't know whether I'm coming or going, I'm literally ferrying around the kids to their activities, and weekends as well. I'm watching my son on the touchline. We are, wow. So it's full on. It's about being really smart with your time. It's about delegating. It's about getting help from others, because you can't do it all by yourself. You absolutely have to get help from others. I'm a big fan of outsourcing. The first thing I would recommend any mum entrepreneur to outsource is their cleaning. Get a cleaner.
Oh my God. I'm so glad. Do you know how long I took the whole day, to clean my house on Sunday?
Don't do it.
I let it build up for the whole week.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm living in dirt. It's just disgusting. Like, disgusting.
And do you know what? It's kind of, somebody said it to me, and this thing comes up, you kind of think, oh, I don't need a cleaner. I'm not a princess. I can do it myself. But actually, your time as an entrepreneur is much, much better spent doing what you're good at. And yes, you may be fabulous at cleaning, but it's not going to make you
I quite like washing the dishes, to be honest. It's quite therapeutic when I'm sat there,
Do you know what? No, I've heard somebody else say that I find cleaning therapeutic. Go and get a massage. Seriously, do something properly therapeutic. So yeah, and it's just little things like that. And I know sometimes you might say, well, it's going to cost me an extra 40 quid a week. I can't afford that. It's then just because the thing is, you're sending a clear signal to the universe that you mean business. Your time is worth more than that. And another mentor of mine has said, look at the activities that cost, $10, $20 an hour. Actually, it's American, so say £10 an hour. Yeah. they're the ones you need to outsource first. So the natural one is cleaning, outsource. Outsource sounds very,
American.
American, does it? Oh yes, I outsource my cleaning. But it's really important because then you can free up your time on activities that are going to make you more money, that your time is worth more than £10 an hour.
No, I think you do need to get in that right headspace. Because sometimes the reason, I'll be honest here, the reason I haven't got a cleaner yet, because I'm thinking, okay, if they clean my house, I don't want to use that time unproductively.
Yes.
So for me, I'm like, okay, if I am going to get a cleaner, I want to know in those 3 hours, I'm actually going to do this 3-hour task without going on Facebook. Do you know what I mean?
I'll be quite honest with you. When I first got a cleaner, it was a bit of a novelty, and I thought, oh, what should I do with myself? So I was on Facebook.
I'm so glad you're honest. This is what Mum to Millionaire is all about.
But then when the novelty wore off, I think actually this is, I can create content. That's the stuff that's going to make me money.
And also you have to think in your head, you're paying for that.
Absolutely.
So you don't want to pay yourself to go on Facebook.
No, absolutely. So it's about kind of managing your time, and it's about just getting, so, if you go kind of back to the big vision, what is it you want to do? What is it you want to accomplish? Is it your own YouTube channel? Do you want to get big on Instagram? What is the big end goal? And that is the bit that a lot of people find quite hard. I'm not actually quite sure. So, for example, I want to write a book next year. That at the moment is my big goal. But then I see that's a stepping stone to kind of like speaking internationally and doing more, maybe even TV work. I would love to do TV work and coach celebrities, coach creative people, coach artists, really coach people who want to be superstars. That's kind of the people who have that amazing vision for the world. So I know who my ideal clients are, and I know the sort of people that I want to work with. But I've had to fine tune that, and I've had to kind of get clear. Oh my God, these are the people I want to work with, the people who are going to inspire my kids.
And it's such a simple thing, isn't it? But it's literally have clarity on what you want to do, because I think a lot of the time it will literally, I want to be a millionaire, but then what does that actually mean?
Absolutely. So I love the concept Mum to Millionaire. It's fabulous, and I hope to be a millionaire very soon. And a lot of people come to my vision board workshops or coaching clients, and I'll say, what's your big vision? And they'll say, I want to be a millionaire.
But then what?
Exactly. But money on its own.
Like, what happens when you're a millionaire?
What happens with
you're
it?
still the same.
You are, exactly. It's what do you want that money for? What experiences do you want to have? Where do you want to travel? What sort of home do you want to buy? Because the money is what do you want to exchange that money for? Because very often that stuff can come to you without any money changing hands at all. Amazing things can happen, because money can actually be a limitation. Money, just saying I want £1 million so I can do this can limit
your,
it's limiting.
It's really great to think of it in that context, because I used to say that all the time, I want to be a millionaire, but then last year I was like, actually, what does that actually mean?
You want freedom.
That's what it is, like the financial freedom. And my goal, and again, maybe Melanie can say, I don't know if this is, I know this isn't clear enough, but one of my things is obviously half terms. I want to make sure I'm going away with my son to a new country every single half term.
Absolutely.
Because I have not been away for like 8 years nearly.
Gosh,
I just got to cry about that.
That needs rectifying quickly.
Well, now actually we're going to talk about this. So manifesting your way to success. Number one, is this like a real thing? If people are listening to this and like, what the hell? Like, maybe Melanie should give us an example of where it has worked in your life, and then give some kind of action tips for all of us.
Right, okay. Seeing we're talking about holidays, my daughter, she's 9. She's 9 now. For the last few years, she was obsessed with going to Disney World. Oh, my friends are going to Disney World. I want to go to Disney World, Mum. And I'm like, okay, we will go one day. But it's quite an expensive holiday. And when you've got a husband who didn't, at the time, he hated, he didn't want to go to theme parks. He didn't want to, spend the best part of £10,000 going to theme parks every day for 2 weeks. So it was just all very, it was just like, oh God, it seems a lot of money to spend on holiday. Can we really justify that? That's, 5 times the cost of a normal holiday. But my daughter was really, really adamant. So I said, you know what, let's make a vision board. Let's visualize being there. So I'd get her to watch YouTube videos of, Florida and Orlando and all the places, and she'd stick them all out. And I was absolutely adamant, we will go one day. I don't know how or when when this is going to happen, but it will happen. So I think it's really important to get your children to believe, and children are natural believers anyway. They believe what their parents tell them.
That's so true, yeah.
And it's our duty to make sure that they dream big, and they don't limit themselves in any way, because children, adults often get their limiting beliefs from their parents, and it's I see this with my clients all the time. It started off in childhood when their parents said, oh, you can't have that, it's not possible. Yeah. So as far as my children are concerned, anything's possible. You can pretty much be, do, or have anything you want. Yes, we have boundaries, we have rules, we have set bedtimes.
I want to be Spider-Man.
Yes. But long story short, that we made the vision board, and earlier this year we won a trip to Florida.
That is just incredible, like really. But then for the people who might be in a different kind of mindset, what would you say to the people that literally would be like, but that's just a coincidence?
A coincidence. Well, thing is, I did take action steps. We won a competition. It was a children's shoe shop. I filled out an application form because it caught my eye.
Yeah.
Family holiday to Disney. I thought, so I gave the universe a helping hand. Someone's got to win the competition. And a number of people have said to me, oh, I never win competitions. And said, well, that's because you keep saying you never win competitions. I always say, I am a lucky person. I've won lots of competitions. If I am entering a raffle, I can pretty much know that I'm going to, it's ridiculous. I have that belief, but I've got to be in that kind of mindset, and I didn't go into that competition knowing I was going to win. I had no attachment to the outcome at all. And that's a big key in it as well. So, so all went to Florida, 2 weeks, all expenses, and it just happened. And I think my daughter's belief probably carried us through. Ensured that this manifested, whereas I had no attachment to it. I wasn't sitting there thinking, oh, I hope we win, I hope we win, I hope we win. I just kind of entered it, forgot about it. But I know it's a bit weird, it's a bit far-fetched, but
I just think that's amazing. Like, please, I'm going to start doing this.
I've seen it time and time again in my life, my clients' life. You set the intention, you believe, in terms of, we'll talk about manifesting success in your business. I set the intention that, and there were certain publications I wanted to be published and featured in. So I put on my vision board that I wanted to be in national newspapers. I wanted to be in, top personal development magazines, and these have just happened. So this year, out of the blue, without me having to pitch journalists, I've had emails and phone calls, said, oh, we heard you do vision board workshops, could we feature you? And yeah, okay.
Sorry, but that is just, but then is it as simple as that? Like, is it literally, so we're talking about kind of manifesting, so you've done so well in your business, getting Melanie was featured in the Daily Mail, that is like thousands
of pages. A full page,
and I've seen the article, it's not like a tiny little article, it's a massive, this is Melanie, this is what she does, this is her business. That, if someone wants publicity like that, it would cost thousands.
It would, yeah.
But then, how did you literally just put a picture of the Daily Mail or something on your vision board and that's it? Or did you actually do something to...
That's all I did. But the thing is, I tap with my vision board quite a lot. And the thing with the tapping is, so it stands, as I mentioned earlier, it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. Now, the thing is, when you want to manifest something, you've got to believe in it. It's that belief that is like the secret sauce that makes the manifestation happen. Because there are many people, this is where they go wrong. They manifest stuff, they put stuff on a vision board, and they sit back and think, I can't see how then that's going to happen. Well, it's a bit pie in the sky, isn't it? I really believe, I'm like a kid. I do this stuff and I believe it. But then there are days, we wake up, we have bad days, things don't go to plan. It could end up being a bad week, a bad month. And then you've just got to pick yourself up out of that. That's where my tapping comes in. And I literally would tap with my vision board. I'm on Periscope, I do Facebook Lives. I tap all the time. And it's a bit like, you can't tap once and expect stuff to happen. It's a bit like, you want to lose weight, or you want to, you can't just go to the gym once. It's consistent daily effort. manifesting your dream life will take consistent daily effort, consistent daily action, motivating yourself on the days when you don't feel like it.
I think that might be the hardest thing for a lot of mums in business. It's like when things are rubbish at home, when the kids are just not,
when you want to wallop them. I don't wallop my kids, by the way. You want to.
But sometimes you have that vision, seriously. When I have my umbrella in my hand sometimes and my son is just running in front of a car, I think I just want to do something with this. We'll not go into that now. No. I think everyone understands what we're talking about.
We've all been
but
there.
When you are having those days, how do you still do this? How do you get in the kind of right mindset to still manifest? Is it just literally just still looking at your vision board and just being like, this will happen?
I do make a daily practice of looking at my vision board, spending a few minutes just visualizing my dream life, how it looks, setting the intention every day that I'm going to attract the right people, the right experiences, I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm a big believer in affirmations. I tap with affirmations, I say them out loud, and I have little post-it notes around the house. They're just reminders, alerts on your phone, just to smile, be positive, who can I help today? And if you are feeling down, just be aware I'm not having a great day today, but then also be aware, what can I do to lift myself up out of this? It could be going out for a walk, it could be ringing up a friend to cheer yourself up, it could be just sticking on a funny film, watching an episode of
oh my god, everyone needs to watch Joy. Have you seen Joy?
Brilliant
I
film.
love that film. Watch that film and get inspired.
Absolutely.
And drink a cup of tea at the same time.
There are so many ways to inspire yourself. YouTube videos, audios, podcasts. And you can sit there and you can just moan about how crap stuff is, or you can do something about it, because you can always do something to make yourself feel better. And sometimes it takes more of an effort on some days than others, but then it becomes a habit. Happiness is a habit, and you've got to just. And people say to me, "Oh, you're so happy." And the thing is, well, yeah, I am. And even though, yes, things don't always go to plan, I've had some, crap experiences. Am I allowed to say crap?
Yeah, of course you can.
But I just trust that every experience that comes along has got a life lesson there for you. You're learning something from it. When you have experiences you don't like, it gives you the contrast. You can then think, actually, I don't like this. This is what I want instead. You can fine-tune the process all the time.
Oh, I just love this. I hope this is really making everyone kind of re-motivated, re-inspired, and just do this. Just try it. What have you got to lose?
Absolutely.
Nothing. What would be your kind of last bit of kind of motivation for mums listening to this right now?
Okay. My top tip for mums, this sounds really, really selfish, is you've got to put yourself first. That sounds awful for a mum to say.
But it's true.
It's so, so important, because if you don't put yourself, and I don't mean that by neglecting your children or anything like that.
Don't give them dinner tonight. Just say, look, I'm gonna...
fend for yourselves, you 3-year-old. No, I'm not saying that. It's because we do. We make sure they're fed and they're clean and they go to bed on time. We do their homework with them. We do so much for them. But actually, you've got to make time for yourself to, be selfish once in a while, to, get yourself a massage or a spa day, and always find something to light you up, to do for you. And even if it means, right, kids, I'm sorry, I'm going to listen to what I want to listen to in the car at the moment. I'm not listening to your music anymore. Just little things like that. It's okay. And I think children, it's important for them to see that we're not their doormats, that they need to, and we mollycoddle our children. We do so much for them. I think there's nothing wrong with giving them chores to do, and obviously not your 2-year-old perhaps.
But if they're 7, like my son, I'm like, look, when you come home from school, put your stuff on the door. Why have you just thrown it on the floor for?
Exactly.
I ain't picking it up for you anymore. And now he's learned to put it on the door.
And they can actually do a lot more than we give them credit for. So just,
get them to cook the dinner tonight.
Absolutely. Well, do you know what? And I think they probably could from an earlier age than we think, and we do. And this came to me recently, where I was noticing my daughter and my son be saying, "Oh, Mum, I'm thirsty, or can you get me a drink, please?" And on autopilot, I just go and do it.
Yeah.
No, get your own drink. And Because we're not helping them by pandering to their every whim. You know, we
So true.
actually, and I now occasionally I will say to my daughter's 9, but a few months ago, she wanted to make me a cup of tea, and I was initially like, oh, hot kettle. Da, da, da. I was like, do you know what? If you be super careful, you can make me. She makes me tea now.
Just because you let her do it.
I let her do it. Yeah.
That was a great end. Let your children do stuff.
Get them to make you a cup of tea.
I just love Melanie so much, and trust me, you are going to see her on your TV screens, in your magazine. She's just amazing. Please do connect with her. Check out her website, melaniebundock.com.
That's right.
Yes, and can we also connect with you like on Facebook as well?
Yeah, Facebook, Melanie Bundock EFT, Twitter, Melanie Bundock, Periscope, Instagram, just look for me.
We need to get her on YouTube, I think, as well.
Yeah, I am on YouTube. Yeah, you need to help me.
are?
Yeah, I am, but it's a very fledgling channel.
Okay, we'll go and help her.
Thanks.
She'll have a vibrant channel that's all Melanie Bundock.
Yay! Lovely.
Thank you so much for coming on. If you want to look at the show notes for this episode, just go to www.mumtomillionaire.com.